Your transmission is the heart of how your car moves, and when it starts slipping or shifting erratically, it can feel like your whole vehicle is falling apart, especially when that check engine light pops up with a P07A2 code. This code specifically points to a transmission friction element being stuck off or having a performance issue, which is a fancy way of saying the internal parts that help the gears grab are not doing their job correctly. While this applies to almost any automatic transmission, it is a common sight in trucks from GMC and Chevrolet, as well as cars from Volkswagen and Honda. You might notice your car feels down on power, or the shifts feel incredibly harsh, like the car is jerking every time it changes gears. In some cases, your transmission fluid might even start leaking, or you will notice that your engine is revving high, but the car is not speeding up like it should because the internal friction material is slipping. One of the strangest things that can cause this code is actually your tires, because if you have different sizes, or one tire is significantly lower on air than the others, it can throw off the rotational speed and confuse the transmission control module. Before you start panicking about a total transmission rebuild, you should always check your automatic transmission fluid first, because if it is low or dirty, it can cause all sorts of performance problems. If your fluid looks like it has been burnt or is full of metal flakes, that is a sign of internal wear that needs professional attention. You should also check the electrical connectors on the side of the transmission to make sure they are not soaked in oil or loose from years of vibration. If you have recently put a used tire on your car or changed your wheel setup, make sure everything is perfectly symmetrical, because even a small difference can trigger this fault. If the fluid is clean and the tires are fine, but the code persists, you might be looking at a failed solenoid or a deeper internal mechanical failure that requires taking the transmission apart. Because this affects your torque output and how the car handles, you should prioritize getting this fixed right away to avoid getting stranded or causing more damage to the gears.